Hi everyone, how are you? It's your girl Tosca. I'm just saging right now. As you can see, I'm in a brand new room and I am in transition to hopefully, fingers crossed, knock on wood, my new place. So sometimes it takes a little bit of time, and sometimes we like to rush the universe, and sometimes we are told to wait. So I hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be a reading for you. I'm actually getting some of you might have a specific reading, but this could actually be a singles reading. Happy Valentine's Day, by the way, to my loves. You guys are the best. Thank you. So happy Valentine's Day belated, and also happy Lunar New Year, which is coming through tomorrow on the 17th. So the year of the fire horse. So I hope this year works out for you, which I know it will. And just in a weird numerology, I'm just gonna tell you what's been happening the past 6 years for me. Um, I have recently kind of taken into account, and some of you might want to journal this, but I've taken into account the years where I struggled. It doesn't mean that every year was perfect. It just means there were certain struggles in different years for the past 6 years, especially the past 6 years, which was COVID, right? 2020. Um, and I was kind of taking it into account, and I was thinking, interesting. It almost feels like every year that ended in an even number was a good year for me. Like it always panned out to be a positive, um, financially stable, um, year for me. um, so it almost felt like, for example, 2020, I did meet a guy that I fell madly in love with. It's almost like every year that ended in an even number, love, money, and kind of like a certain level of stability always came through. So I'm hoping that 2026 is going to be my year. So hopefully that resonates with you. If it doesn't, that's okay. I was just sharing my experience. Yeah, love reading. This is going to be singles. And if you're not single and you just want to hang out and check out my channel, please do. I was gonna do a BTS reading, K-pop reading, but I'm sort of backing out on that a little bit. It's a bit it's a bit much. It's a bit much for my taking, for my liking. I've been doing it for 4 years, and I loved every minute of it, every year of it. But boy, I mean, the amount of emails I've gotten from them, from my viewers, from people who watch my channel. Yeah, I need to step away from it just for a little bit, just because I've been getting very confrontational messages. Uh, I'm not here to say what people want to hear or say what people want to. Um, I don't align myself. Basically, when I read tarot, I read the truth. Whatever I see is what you get. What you see is what you get. And, it took me years and years, and I've said this before, it took me about 5 years prior to even starting my channel 4 years ago to even get the training and the courage and the meditation and getting myself together to learn how to read tarot, to learn how to meditate, to learn how to I literally lived like a monk for almost 5 years. And yeah, this is how I read. I read differently from other readers, and if other readers are better fit for you, then by all means, please go see another reader. Um You know, it's literally one less, I don't like saying it like this, but it's almost like it's one less headache. Because I don't have any biases. I don't even know a BTS song. Like word for word, I don't know any BTS songs or K-pop songs from today. It's just not something I know. So whenever I read, there's no bias. Whenever I read for example, for Jungkook or for V or for Jimin or for it's what you see is what you get. I'm not here to overreact. I'm not here to chase clout. I'm not here to I just read like how I read for BTS is how I would read in my personal readings. That is probably the best way. And if you've had a personal reading with me, you know what that's like. With that being said, I am open for personal readings. Um, and this is going to be a singles reading, Fire Horse year, Lunar year, what's coming in from my collective. Um, but I'm sending you guys all love and light, regardless. I send you guys love and light always. Sorry for that little TED talk, but I need to have my boundaries a little bit. And for people to like constantly email me saying, that I'm ruining people's lives. For example, how, how am I ruining people's lives? It makes no sense at all. The other thing is, when you guys watch my videos, don't take it too personally, word for word. Remember, reading tarot is an archaic method of reading, of channeling, and it's been done for centuries. And it's been going on for centuries and centuries, and I don't question it ever. And sometimes you got to let people make their own decisions. A lot of times we want to know what's from start to finish every step of the way. When you forget that this is all about guidance and it's all about making the right decisions to get to where you want to go. So, with that being said, sending you guys massive love and light. Happy Lunar New Year, and I'm gonna get started. I am using a brand new tarot deck, the Pantheon Tarot. And I got this yesterday. It's my little Valentine's Day gift for myself. And I've used it for a couple of personal readings already. And now I'm going to use it for a general singles love reading. I'm getting a lot of singles right now. I don't know why the single life is coming through very strongly. I mean, I've been single for a hot minute. For a hot minute. So, I'm getting a lot of singles. I'm hearing a lot of anticipation, especially if you're a little bit older. If you've had a little bit of life experience behind you, if you have journeyed through life, you've dated, you know what you want, but you really haven't found it yet, and you're just kind of like, what do I do? Do I need to compromise? Do I need to what is this? For some of you, I'm already picking up a sense of loss. So you could have recently lost a spouse. You could have recently, when I say recent, maybe like about a year, maybe 2 years ago, but I'm getting about a year ago, or like last year, yeah, 2025. So, being single was never really by choice. It just it happened. Accidents happen, disease happens, health problems. mental issues, painful events happen. And sometimes for some of you, it feels like an injustice because it feels like I lost someone, or I lost my only person due to cancer, for example, or leukemia, or a car accident, or whatever have you. And there is a loss of words here. For some of you, on another note, for some of you, are like, I'm so over this single life. Like, I'm so over all this bullshit. Like, I'm just so over it. Like, this what I'm getting is this whole hookup culture, dating app culture. It's just not for me. Like, what is this? This is not, realistically, this doesn't help me in any kind of capacity or any kind of way. So you for some of you, you're feeling the effects of sorry, I'm playing with my hair. I just got out of the shower. um you're feeling like the effects of, like, just this new generation, this different generation, or this different method of dating. And it almost feels like you're an open book. Like, you feel, it almost feels very kind of vulnerable in an unvulnerable way. Cognitive dissonance is coming in big right now. It's like, I want to be vulnerable with someone, but I also don't know how to be vulnerable with someone when I'm meeting an absolute fucking stranger online. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm seeing, like, a definite, like, it almost feels like I want this, but it almost feels like, but how do I get it? I'm seeing Harry Potter. So, in the first movie, when he ends up seeing the mirror of Erised, which is the mirror of desire, and you know he gives him, like, his reflection gives him the philosopher's stone. It's like, how do I, Voldemort, whatever, Professor Quirrell was like, well, how do I get it? How do I get the freaking stone that gives me immortal life? And it it just feels very confusing for some of you. All right, so I'm using my Pantheon Tarot. It's beautiful. Look at the back of the deck. All right, what's going on with my collective? Just give me a general synopsis of what's going on. It really feels that way. And that was all channeled. I didn't even pull out any cards just yet. Yeah, for some of you, especially if you're a little bit older, you feel like there's a sense of injustice for not getting the home that you wanted or the family that you wanted. And you're like, I didn't want this. I didn't want to be single. I wanted to be in a beautiful, loving relationship. But some of you had a standard. What I'm picking up is some of you had a standard of a person, or an expectation of a person that, it's almost like, can you really find that in that person? Like, can you really get that from that person? It almost feels like, not necessarily to lower your standards, but to understand that no one's perfect. We always look at, like, whoa, the red flags, the green flags, all that here and there. But we all have red flags. Nobody's perfect. No one will ever be 100%. Um, because the only person that knows how to love you as a person is yourself. That, I'm just being honest. And I know it's easier said than done. Anything external outside of that, whether it's a husband, whether it's a parent, whether it is a friend, um those people can love you enough to help you through things unconditionally, but they can't, the only person that really knows you is you. Someone else can know you. Someone else can know who you are. Someone else can, your partner or your whatever, someone can really know who you are. But it'll only end up being like 99.999% because there's like that one little thing that you're just like, no, I have to, like, that's my job to love me. That's my job to take care of that. That version of me. I have to take care of that. Some of you are healing through abandonment wounds also. Okay. My singles. Yes, Page of Wands. Page of Wands. Seven of Pentacles. Guys got Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck. The Magician. For some of you, what I'm seeing, you got the Wheel, Seven of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Page of Wands. Someone's coming back around. And it may not have been, I don't feel like it was like a past relationship. It feels like a past, it feels like a past, something that didn't get off the ground. It could have been something you dated, one or two times, and nothing happened from that. And coming back around, it's coming back. He or she is coming back around. Magician. We have the Knight of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. This is for my ladies. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, you've been single for a while. Give me one more card. The Fool. You can't make it up. Ten of Cups is on the bottom of the deck. You can't make it up. Wish fulfilled. End the world. Wish fulfilled. Yeah. The world. Death. And the Eight of Pentacles. All right, this is for a very, very, very few, very small segment of whoever watches this. For some of you, I'm seeing like you had experienced the love, the everlasting love of your life. Like the one, like you already experienced being with the one, and you may have lost that person through physical physical death. So that's my deepest condolences. Through physical death or physical, I'm seeing a hospital here. Seeing hospital bed. And you are just, some of you are just alone right now and just focusing on work or focusing on how to get through and kind of keep going through life, because nobody, even if it's hard because even when no one sees it, you're probably really in a grieving space right now. Yeah, you're grieving some of you are grieving like your heart space right now because of that loss. It's a big blow, right? So now it almost feels like there was an injustice, or there was a moment of pain. And that pain doesn't always go away. It depends on how you handle it, but that pain doesn't always go away. And it almost feels, just be careful with your thoughts. I know things can be a little bit depleting or depressing, but be careful with your thoughts. This is not the end, you still have some life behind you to live. And if you did lose someone special, they they want you to live your absolute best life. What their message would be is, give me 3 cards. Their message would be, yeah, 6 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords. Their communication is 6 of Cups. It's like you already experienced the love you had with me being your past person. You've already experienced that love with me, and they would want you to move on and find your happiness. They, like, what I'm hearing is there was enough suffering, there was enough grieving, and I get that we're, when we're sad, it consumes us. Um, Share our story. That's beautiful. For some of you, you may have lost someone, maybe a spouse, or like a long-term relationship with a someone who was battling some kind of, I'm getting like either a heart problem or like cancer or some kind of, some kind of, because I'm seeing a hospital bed, but I'm seeing tell our story. So something about the family with the 10 of Cups here and the World here, something about this family, this love that you had with this person. Don't let our separation of death be the end of it. Like, tell our story. Like, that is the legacy. Whoa, that is the legacy we leave to this world. And it can be painful. It can be very painful. But tell your story. Even when you definitely, for some of you, married your soulmate and they're no longer around. Tell our story. Tell how wonderful it was. You don't have to be so pessimistic about relationships with finding love. Just tell our story. We met each other, we found each other, we experienced each other, and there's no use in staying in that dark place all the time. It's okay to feel some, to grieve. There's a time and place for all of that, but sometimes there's a time to release it. All right, for some of you, okay, singles, you got the Page of Wands, Knight of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, 9 of Pentacles. You got the Fool and the Magician. There's a new beginning happening for you. You're not seeing it right now. You're seeing, some of you are kind of happy being single right now, or like enjoying it, or like, oh, some of you know that for some of you, you guys know that you're not going to be single for long, and you feel it. And you're like, let me enjoy this for this moment, and let me continue to live this life. And when it happens, let it happen in a beautiful way. But there's a bittersweet, look at this, there's a bittersweet, like the sun is crying. There's a bittersweet sense to it, because it almost like a part of you has to die out. Basically, you have to say goodbye to the single version of you in order to open yourself up to marriage, to a person. Some of you don't see this coming, but some of you, especially if you're, of the feminine nature, Someone sees you as mother material, like I want to have a baby by her. I'm also seeing and I'm also seeing someone who is very nurturing. Someone sees you to be very nurturing, very loving, and very compassionate. Someone who knows her worth and knows her level, knows, for some of you who are watching this channel, you have a lot of dignity. Like, you don't just not know Tom, Dick, or Harry. You're very specific with the needs. So, and if you can't get them fulfilled, you fulfill it with yourself. And I think someone is actually seeing that around you, or noticing that. Some of you have been independent or hyper independent. Yeah, it's almost like, look at the Seven of Pentacles. It's almost like you're not seeing it, but there's someone behind you that is like, whoa, you're 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 really doing the most. But and you're blindfolded by it, right? The Wheel of Fortune. So it's coming in. You don't know, because I think some of you might be focused on work. Some of you might be focused on, getting your stability. Some of you are trying to get your credit score up. Some of you are trying to release negativity. Like, I don't know why I'm getting that right now, but release negativity. Yeah, Six of Pentacles on the bottom. Like, you need to show, like, let's see how this will work out, if it's meant to be. Some of you may have more than one option, I'm also seeing, but you want for a lot of you, you want an equal give and take. You're not going to overgive. You're not going to um, extend yourself. Am I right? You're just going to be like, if it happens, sure. If it doesn't, well, we move on. All right, outcome, please, for my collective singles. Collective singles. Some of you are very, what I'm hearing is to get clear. This is a time, especially the year of the fire horse, to get really clear about what you want. What I'm seeing is someone is cooking rice. When you pour in the rice into the pot, you got to clean it out, and the water's a little bit murky. But after 2 or 3 or 4 rinses, the water gets clearer. And that's what I'm seeing. It's like you still want the pot, you still want the rice, right? That's in the pot, but you want to clean it out. Just get it more in its natural, cleanest state, so that it's not murky, so that it doesn't come with excess, so that it doesn't come with little, germs and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like you still want that. It's it's almost like you're cleaning out, refining. I'm seeing like sharpening a knife. Like, you're refining. The knife may have been dull because you've just kind of been like, I give up. I don't want to deal with this anymore, and you're just kind of like, you just la di da, you know. But there's something here about sharpening, or really cleansing and straining, the process of elimination when it comes to being single. And it's not that you're not giving anyone a try, you are, but it's almost like, well, this is really where I'm headed towards. If we're not, heading towards the same direction, then we part ways. It definitely feels like a process of elimination. And for some of you, like I'm seeing like swipe left, and then maybe once in a while you're swiping right. And it's like, what is this? You know? And you're judging people. It's hard because you're judging people based on a profile, or you're judging people based on a first impression. And it's difficult to give someone chances when it feels a little bit all over the place. So what I'm seeing is refine, maybe journal it out, write down your needs and your wants from a person, your needs and wants from a partner, why you want to be in a relationship. It's almost like giving yourself a self interview. It almost feels like giving yourself a you're not projecting. It's almost like you're giving yourself a chance to really analyze, are these things that I can compromise with? Are these things I cannot compromise with? It really feels like that. That's what I'm getting. 6 cards, please, for my lovely singles. My cat, all my cats are asleep right now. I'm going to do another reading, what's coming in for my collective for the year of the fire horse. So wait for that. It's coming. There's this love that's coming back around. And I think for some of you, it's a wish fulfilled. And for some of you, are like, I'm not going back to that. What the hell? But there's this energy. Maybe you didn't talk for a while. Maybe it was an acquaintance. Maybe it was someone who, like, I'm getting like you just had maybe 1 or 2 instances where you met. It could have been a fling. But it feels like you didn't hear from them for a long time, and you're like, what are you doing around here now? Like, what are you doing around my block? What are you doing texting me? What's going on? Yeah, Queen of Cups. What are you doing texting me? Ace of Wands. You can't make that. Ace of Wands. The original Ace of Wands is like a large wand, and it's considered a phallic symbol. Oh my goodness. Ace of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. For some of you, they're coming in spring. I'm seeing April or May. I'm also seeing June, Cancer season. Yeah, I'm seeing Aries, Taurus, Cancer right now, for right now. But I'm definitely seeing, some of you could have cats. Some of you could have freckles. But you're in this, oh, see, you're in this Ace of Cups energy where you see, you're just like, I'm just doing my thing. I'm filling my own cup. I'm taking care of me. I'm staying hydrated. I'm taking care of my body. I'm going to the gym. I'm just taking care of me. And like, it gets pretty, someone, I've been single for almost 8 years now. Can I just say, it feels comfortable being alone. It feels very comfortable being alone because no one's judging you. You feel like everyone is judging, and that's the problem, right? But someone is coming in with the Knight of Pentacles slow. It's not like it could be in 2, 3, 4 months from now, but someone's coming in slow, slow pace. What's going on with my collective? this is someone who, with the Ten of Swords on the bottom, this is someone who you may have met and nothing came, it never like came off the ground. Or this could have been someone who, you know what? I'm getting, you know what? Okay. So you got a lot of cards here. You got Page of Pentacles, Five of Wands, Nine of Wands, Six of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. You are moving effortlessly. If you are my viewers, you are moving at a very effortless pace. It almost feels very like you're just taking care of yourself. With the Ace of Cups, Six of Swords, you're just like, if I have to move on, I'll move on. Like, it's not really a big deal. And then you got the Seven of Pentacles. What did you do to this person? What did you do? What did you do? Queen of Swords, yeah. Ten of Wands, Eight of Wands, and then here on the side you got the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Swords. Someone really initially had the sense of like, I'm being very clear, I'm being very honest, this is not gonna work out, we're done. Like, you could have met once or twice and nothing ever happened. I mean, I feel like you were a little more interested. My viewers, if you're watching this, you were a little more interested in this person than this person was in you initially. But what the fuck did you do? You just flipped the script. You flipped the script. Like, it almost feels like you thought it was done, but you actually ended up like confusing this person because they're like, so wait, what? They're okay without, they're okay with not talking to me. They're okay with me not texting. They're not texting me anymore. Like, I think when you pulled away from your attention, gravitating consistently towards them, it caused, it wreaked havoc. It wreaked havoc, and you were just like, no, I know my boundaries. If you're not going to text more consistently, or if you are not going to be if you're disinterested, then just let me go. Let me move on with my life because I want to be happy. A lot of the ones who are watching my channel, you just keep saying, like, I just want to be happy. Like, if this guy is going to cause me so much strife and stress and not text me, then there's no point in putting more energy into that. It's just kind of come back to myself and get grounded. Now, this person, you got the Knight of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. What the fuck did you do to this person? When you relinquished all power, you may even have put this person on a pedestal. When he was giving you small, Page of Pentacles, when he was giving you small, you came in as the Queen of Cups. You came in as beautiful, nurturing. You could have even met at night or after work, or something like that. But when you stop texting, or you stop putting your energy into, I deserve a lot more than this. This is not it. I deserve a lot more than this. I deserve more than the bare minimum. Let me just deal with my life, and maybe that was what it was. Maybe you had to kind of create a safe place for you to kind of land on and create your own stability and know that you have your own power and your own self. A lot of you guys, this was all about your self-worth. how worthy you are of love, and how even though you wanted that person, it almost feels like, uh, it's a miss. Something here is a miss. Some of you may have ignored certain qualities because you really like this person. Um, but once you, with the Ace of Wands, Five of Wands, and the Queen of Swords, once you are out of that little funk, I'm seeing like you were looking at things through rose colored, excuse me, confirmation burp. You were seeing things through rose colored glasses and you weren't really seeing the person for who they were. And so you're like, you know what? I don't need the headache. If you're not the person, then you're not the person. Anyway, this person is coming back around. What did you do? What did you do? They're coming in slow. And I feel like for some of you, they're coming in this year with the horse here. Like I'm seeing the year of the horse. They're coming in slow. For some of you, they could be coming home from the military. I'm seeing a soldier. I'm seeing military gear. For some of you, there's like a slow return, especially with Saturn in Aries right now. It's like a slow return. It's not very impulsive. It's more strategic and structural. And I really feel like maybe the first one or two times y'all met, it almost feels like there was no structure. It was like, what the there was attraction there. There was definitely an interest. Oh, for some of you, it could have been a past life connection. For some of you, 4141, as I said, that past life connection. For some of you, it could have been um a soulmate, but I don't like to put those two words because I'm not really like twin flames and all that. I'm not really in that energy right now. Like, you know, I don't want to put a label on it, but it almost feels like there's like this slow return, like a Saturn, like almost like a retrograde, like Saturn return type of element to this. But what the fuck did you do? Nine of Wands, Ten of Wands. Either you're making him work for it, okay. That's the first thing, or he had to realize certain things in his life. If this person triggered you in some kind of way, then you more than likely triggered this person, and you had to kind of realign yourself, readjust yourself, and he has to realize. I think this person had a lot of pride, ego, and it you're just kind of like, whatever, I'm living my life. Like, I have to live my life. I have to figure out what I'm gonna do. But you force this person to see. I'm seeing like the error of his ways. For some of you, it's a masculine. For some of you, it was like to see the error of his ways, and you, like, whatever you did, it may not have shocked. It may not have happened right away. Like, it may not have clicked in this person's head right away, but it almost feels like, what did I do? What happened? Why am I thinking about this person so freaking much? What did I do? With the Ten of Swords, did I just make a mess of myself? Am I really in this place of like messiness? Did I really just reject or cut off the person that could probably, with time, bring the best out of me? That's what I'm picking up. but you're here like Ace of Cups. You don't want me anymore? Fine, let me fill my own cup. Let me go to, literally, I filled my cup. Let me go to the fridge and get my water and fill my freaking cup, because I'm the one that wants to drink fresh water and good water and not fucking deal with people's BS, right? I don't think this person was necessarily dishonest. I think both of you, if this resonates, I think two of you could have been in a very different place in life, and it almost feels like you met through attraction, through happenstance, through maybe an understanding of maybe this is not gonna end up anything, this is not gonna be anything, so whatever. And it something, I mean, it feels very faded, and I hate saying that word, but it's your choice, obviously, but he's coming in slow. He or she, but I'm getting for a lot of you, it's a guy. Oh Lord, I think I'm seeing like so I'm seeing the Queen of Pentacles right now, which came out earlier, but he likes, maybe about you physically, he likes the there's attraction there. He likes like the busty side of you. I mean, if you if you really want to know, he likes the busty side of you. He likes your skin. He likes, this guy likes, he likes, this person likes physical touch. He likes physical touch. He wants, you look good. You look amazing. And the more you've detached from like, who is this person, how is he ever going to talk to me again, what, the more you kind of like backed off, and you're just kind of like, wait a second, I should be more concerned about me and my health and how I look, and you know putting, I don't know, anti-aging cream and putting a face mask on and dealing with my shit, handling my life, taking care of my cats. That's literally what I'm picking up. And the more you kind of detached from it made them see, wow, this person, you want someone who's going to take care of themselves mentally, emotionally, physically. You need someone who's going to take care of themselves, because you're not going to be taking care of no man or no woman. Alright. What's coming in? Give me a, I don't know, advice, I guess, for my collective. This was kind of, this can be a little spicy, This can be a little spicy. A little naughty. I feel like this needs to be for 18 and up, so I'm going to put this 18 and up singles reading. Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, Two of Swords, Justice, Judgment, and the Fool. For some of you, you have a decision to make. You might have to make a decision between one or two people. For some of you, you are choosing yourself. You are choosing yourself because you're like, I'm tired of all this. Some of you, you're like, this hookup culture is not working for me. I need to just back the fuck off. Like, put it to rest. because it's just not working for me, and it's bringing out like a cheapened version of me is what I'm getting. Yeah. So you got the Eight of Wands, Ten of Swords, and the World. So some of you are going to choose. I feel like this person is coming back around. There is a change because I'm seeing a table, like the tables have turned. I'm seeing the tables have turned. I'm also seeing I'm getting another Harry Potter analogy here. When they took Draco Malfoy's wand, this was in like the 7th movie or something, and Ollivander, the old guy that sold the wands, Harry's like, whose wand is this? It says, this is the wand of Draco Malfoy. I sense his allegiance has changed. So he could have been with the Dark Lord, but now he's changed. People can change. People with the World card here, especially after the Ten of Swords, people can change. Very rarely do they change because we're people of habit, but I feel like someone's coming back around with a change or a renewed sense of possibility or understanding of the such situation. I'm also seeing the attraction hasn't gone away. If you think, oh, he hasn't talked to me, the attraction is still there, still very present. I think this time it's a very precautious, I guess that's the word, precautionary type of um return. Empress, this is you. Oh, lovers. Oh, you can't make it up. In the Three of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. They are thinking about you. For some of you, it could be a Sagittarius. For some of you, it could be a Gemini, Libra, Sagittarius. I'm also seeing a lot of Venus, so Pisces, and the Nine of Cups. Maybe even a Virgo. Doesn't have to be. Whatever it is your cup, for some of you, it's going to be someone slightly younger than you. Not too much younger, maybe like a year or two younger than you. For some of you, it's going to be someone who is very career focused. Someone's coming in for you who's very career focused. Yeah, right now I feel like whoever this person is, they're purging with the devil, with the last year of the snake kind of stuff, like little things that you're trying to clear out. You are also clearing out. They are also clearing out. You're also clearing out. And I feel like this spring, maybe summer, you make room. You've made room for love to enter in. You made room for things to kind of happen. I think when the time you met this person, it could have felt very judgmental. It could have been very like, why are you looking at me like that? Why are you like, you know what I'm saying? Like that kind of shit. Like I feel like you guys were in a very different place, and you had very different expectations. It's not that you didn't like each other. I think there were different levels of expectations, and you're just kind of like, I'm over it. Like, for a lot of you, you're like, I'm over this. I'm just going to choose myself because I'm just done, right? I'm just done. But I feel like there's like this light at the end of the tunnel. Don't give up hope. For some of you, it's a new person coming in. It's going to start as a friendship. It's going to start as a friendship. It's going to start as. Give me one card. How is this going to start out? Yeah, the Magician. Nine of the Chariot, and the Nine of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. Yeah, I have a feeling this person is very interested in you, kind of misses you, being around, but once you detached, you're just kind of like, I'm no longer giving you my energy. I think, to be honest with you, there is a sense of, I miss her, I miss her company, I miss her face, and her eyes, and her lips, and her body, that kind of thing. Um, I miss her, is what I'm getting. But they're coming in with the Magician and the Chariot here. I feel like there's a bit of a distance here because it hasn't really, nothing really has panned out just yet. I think there's some clearing out that's happening, but whoever this is, they're coming back around. Yeah, Six of Pentacles. You're like, I don't want what you're putting down if you're not gonna give me what I want. Like, I'm not gonna waste my time anymore. For some of you, it's like, I'm too old to be playing this kind of game, or, you know. So it's definitely up to you whether or not you want this. Um, I'm hearing April baby, so some of you could be born in April, like me. April baby. So like an Aries. You're definitely someone who's not afraid to be alone. Give me one more card, please. One more card, please, from the collective. Yeah. You can't make it up. You can't make this shit. King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. So I do feel like for some of you, you're focused on your stability, and I feel like that triggered them to be more focused on their own stability. I feel like if they stuck around, they couldn't give you what you wanted anyway, so why would you stick around, right? But you became so focused on your own self, your self-worth, your stability, that you ended up triggering them, like, oh shit, I need to get myself together. What am I doing? That's the energy I'm getting. Like, I need to get my life together. You know, instead of panic, 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 they haven't texted me. They're, you know, one of the best things is saying, let me take care of me for you so that you can take care of you for me. You know, that is the marriage. That is the commitment. Um, you know, we don't have the same kind of relationships our parents had. We don't carry the weight of the marriage on our shoulders like our mom and dads did, or our grandparents did. We do things our own way, you know, and we figure it out our own way. And some people are open to it, some people don't give a shit. I don't know what else to say. Don't give a shit. You got the High Priestess and the Two of Wands and the Hierophant. Yeah, I have a feeling that if this person comes back around with the High Priestess, the Two of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Six of Wands. First of all, I feel like don't text them right now. If they're not communicating with you, don't communicate back. Just kind of keep, just take care of you right now. I think for a lot of you, you have a lot going on in your lives. You're dealing with a lot of responsibilities. You're taking care of you. Let them come to you. Let that person come to you. Let them text you. I feel like they're gonna text you at night. Um, for some of you, if that resonates. And I feel like with the Two of Wands and the Hierophant here, I feel like they're contemplating, because I'm getting like no guts, no glory. That's a very masculine way of seeing the world. No guts, no glory. So if I don't do this, I might miss out on my chance. So let this person come to you. I feel like this is the year it's going to happen. And I feel like this could be someone who, wow, that's kind of sad. I'm getting a feeling like this could be someone who, like, I never really felt what love was. I thought it was just a feeling, but love is not just a feeling. Love is an act. Love is self-development. Love is giving, right? So I feel like this person is like, I never really understood what love was. This person who's coming back around, I feel like they had a very they may have had to grow up very quickly. There could have been very unstable, they could have grown up in a very unstable family. I feel like they could have had, like, their parents could have divorced. And I feel like for some of them, they could have written off marriage. They're like, if this is what marriage is like, I'm writing it off. And I'm also seeing, like, for some of you, this person, if they do get with someone, they want someone from a good home, from a good family. For whatever reason, like that family tie, they want someone who comes from a good family. That's something that is kind of important to them. That's what they have on a pedestal. They don't have you or whatever. Like, they have the expectation of, I want someone who is from a good family. They never really felt like, give me one card. Whoa, we're into an hour here. Give me one card. It's almost like they never really, Simba, stop. Simba's over there trying to open the closet. They never really had a sense of stability at home. Yeah, Six of Cups, Seven of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, again, they always found that love was always fleeting. Like, that love wasn't necessarily about, like, oh, I'm so, because it's impulsive for some people. Like, oh, I'm so in love with you, let's get married tomorrow, and then you're in Vegas getting married. But it almost feels like you're showing them that love is not just a feeling, it is an act, it is a gesture, it is, love is patient, love is kind, love is forgiving, love sees no errors of wrong. That's a big one. Love sees no errors of wrongs. That means I'm never going to throw back at you what happened, in the past. I'm never going to do that. You don't take down, when it comes to love, you don't take down every single wrong thing this person has done. Because that's love. And sometimes it's showing you how to love from a distance, how to love from afar. Yeah, the moon. And I think this person with the Ace of Cups here, Seven of Cups, and the Six of Cups, it's like you're showing this person that love doesn't necessarily mean love doesn't necessarily mean something fleeting. This person could have tried to find love in the wrong places, or you could have also tried to find love in the wrong places, but you ended up filling your own cup. Unconditional love. Simba, stop. Unconditional love is a big one here. And I think when you kind of scrape everything away And I feel like that's what triggered them. It's like you weren't supposed to see, you weren't supposed to know that. Because I feel like for some of you, you noticed that probably right away, and that freaked them out. You know, you're supposed to, you're just to love for the sake of loving, even if it's not in return. I get to love you because I love myself. Even though you don't text me, that's okay. I had to go through my stuff too. Like, you don't have it feels like a very forgiving, like, loving and sweet kind of energy that this person has. I think there's a hard exterior there with the 10 of swords here. Like, there's a hard exterior there, but I feel like there's something about you that it's almost like, I'm hearing a whole new world. You're showing this person a whole new world, and they held back. They were just like, what is this? Could be very logical. This person could be very logical, not very much into their emotions. Yeah, death. You showed them another way. Even if it was just for a very small, we meet people when we're supposed to meet them. And maybe in that small time you spent, that short amount of time you spent with this person, you showed them what they really needed to see. And that could freak anyone out. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, they're coming back around. But I do feel like with the Five of Cups here, a Page of Pentacles in the book, there was a lot of self-reflection. But yeah, they're coming back around. Two of Cups. Birds could also be a big energy here. Really pay attention. But it's up to you whether you or not. But I feel like take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Enjoy the process. Savor the process. For some of you, savor being single because it's about to not happen. It's about to, like, your single life is like, say goodbye, say goodbye. Definitely, for some of you, this was definitely manifested. Okay. All right, that is what I have for you guys. Send you guys massive love and light, and I hope you enjoyed this reading. It was fun. Peace out.